Man, oh man, let me tell you. Let me tell you. What a thrill it would be to have a good Spelunky run today. I'm not promising anything. Let's go back to our original sloth from the beta pre-release. The super hyper alpha Spelunky 2 pre-release. Where I had access for 16 minutes to do whatever I wanted to my heart's desire. What did I do? Well, I died. Anyway, Spelunky 2, the tagline for the last, I would say, 10 Spelunky 2 episodes is how I learned to stop worrying and love the loss. Because it's really what we're doing. Okay. I didn't need the gold anyway. It's really what we're doing is learning to embrace, let's not call it mediocrity. Let's call it the value of learning, okay? We're learning to embrace the value of learning. Now, it's a lot of, like, repeated words. It's because I'm under duress. I don't have time to focus on what I'm doing, but actually, this floor turned out surprisingly well. We left, like, 1,500 easy gold behind, and that's it. Considering we aggroed the ghost super early. We've been making mistakes, but we've been dying in what at least I would consider to be hilarious ways. Like that U2 song. I don't know why I said this so weird. That was not intentional. That U2 song. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright. He dies in hilarious ways. I like U2. It's part of my ongoing treatise on the idea that perhaps South Park is the biggest reputation-destroying engine on the planet. I honestly feel like U2 was pretty popular. And then, like, I found myself being the guy who didn't like U2 that much. I liked, like, 90s, well, 80s and 90s U2. And then they came out with, like, Beautiful Day, Stuck in a Moment, You Can't Get Out of, stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? I'm no longer all in. But then South Park just, like, absolutely destroyed. Because Bono was, like, trying to set the record for world's largest poop on the show. Like, this show is ruthless in the damage that it does to people's reputations, dude. Now I find myself being... Oh, let's go. I find myself being the U2 defender. The U2 defender has logged on. I talked about this. I think was it in an Isaac episode or was it in a Spelunky episode where I was talking about it with respect to Lord? I always feel for Lord that, like, you know... Yeah, she's doing well for herself, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, like... rest of her life, probably, she's gonna be hearing, you know, oh, it's Lord. Lord, Lord, Lord. She was like 17 at the time, you know, for U2. I get, you know what it taught me? U2, Bono he's a philanthropist. I'm not the biggest U2 fan on the planet, by the way. I think the Joshua Tree is an amazing album. And then the rest of it, I could kind of take it or leave it. I think Pride in the Name of Love is a great song as well. But apart from that, I could take it or leave it. Hold on. Oh, it's important in here. It's important. No Torquey? No Torquey? But it really showed me that online, the worst crime you can commit is being pompous and not realizing it. Like, I can be a little pompous. Sometimes it gets me in trouble, but for the most part, I think that I get away with it because I know that I'm pompous, and as a result, kind of lean into it a little bit, right? Don't be mad. The worst thing you could do is be pompous, but unaware of your pompousness, like unaware of your character, which leads people to believe, like, you know, this, oh, you think you're so cool, right? All right. Well, doesn't matter that he's donated, you know, $400 quadrillion to HIV research. Who does he think he is putting an album on my iPhone without my permission? I knew I was going to get hit there. I actually thought I was going to get hit twice, embarrassingly enough. So I should not have left that turkey behind. The other turkey's right here? Right here? The turkey? Can I get... If I can get back up there, I wouldn't mind blowing up the turkey. We don't have a ton of time. So I think Yang, unfortunately, you know, you're out, I'm in, the people want more Vin. Let's get ourselves down here. Let's blow that up. We're good to go. I mean, I'm feeling pretty good about this run. It hasn't been optimal. We've definitely made some mistakes. But you know what? I feel like it's been pretty swell. The real thing is, if anything, I'm definitely... come on, just stop moving. Let's go. I'm definitely feeling under-idled. I don't know if there was a patch to lower the amount of idols, but I certainly feel like the amount of idols has been lowered. That could have so easily broken the ghost pot. He was like one tile away from it. Oh no, this is a different guy. He might have fallen down here. This guy's already pogging, huh? What are you doing down here? I mean, I want to ice you, just for the record. That felt pretty slick. I felt pretty slick on that one. But yeah, anyway. I don't know how I got talking about Bono. Oh, the song Mysterious Ways. He dies in hilarious ways. Yeah, he's got a high opinion of himself, for sure. I'm not trying to suggest that he's like the, you know, God's gift to music. Let's just get out of here. We're lucky to be alive. Or God's gift to philanthropy, for that matter. But on the other hand, I do think, you know, I don't know, I guess it's where I differ, you know? I think if you're an artist and you're full of yourself, there's a lot of worse traits you could have. It's a character defect, but a relatively minor one in the whole scheme of things, as long as you're also doing good things for, you know, planet Earth. But I'm open to disagreement there. It's a good start. This altar could be very important. Just trying to make sure we're clearing some space. Just trying to clear some space, because you never know when or how it could all go wrong, right? Just one at a time. Just one enemy at a time. It's not that complicated. Just one enemy at a time. You hate to see that. I'll admit, in my heart of hearts, I just thought it was unlikely that we would see another bit of poison there. Another scorpion, if you will. But it doesn't matter. As long as he lives, we're sacrificing him over here. Hello? Oh, let's go, dude. Okay. Cape is extremely great. Allows us to fall onto spikes non-catastrophically. Very good news. Gonna take some time. Deal with these guys. Just while that guy comes back to life. Try to, you know, get two birds stoned at once. Because, like, it would be... the Kapala is definitely in the cards for us. We just need to... I mean, at this point, we probably shouldn't even be doing this. How much time do we have? Some time. We should probably just look for Monty, who is right there, and then get the Kapala as soon as possible, and then get the heck out of the floor. That could have been bad. This is huge. Okay. Now, we're suffering slightly on this run. What's the problem? Well, suffering is, I suppose, a strong word for it. Everything's actually going extremely well, except for the fact that we're kind of financially on the low side. We're at the point right now where you would be able to buy like a hedge it, and that's about it. We sacrificed the rock. So the black market is at this point looking like hedge it and maybe like 2 items. The good news is we already have a cape, and with the cape, we don't need any verticality. Any items related to verticality, I should say. Which are normally pretty expensive. Spring shoes help out a lot too, honestly. We could do one more jump. We don't need to. Let's just get out of here. All right, yeah, I mean, I'm struggling to find stuff to complain about. That's always a good sign. Nope. I will admit, and I heard the beep. Your most likely cause for concern? Just give me a second. Is when those guys are near spikes. So I think the fact that they weren't on spikes, we're feeling okay. Now this... it's kind of like both my greatest friend and my worst nightmare, right? We have found the black market. However, we found it on floor 2. And we have, at this point, not even enough money to get the Hedged. We're gonna be able to get the Hedged. Like, that's a gimme. We're like 2,000 away. We could always use a bomb if we have to, but we won't have to. But we literally may not be able to purchase anything else. Which is not good. However, that's a weird setup in here. I think that the right play is still not to murder. I think the right play is you do what you're able to do here. You say you're not able to get everything you want. That's fine. We have paste. That's big. We probably... We could say no to the spike shoes, or we could say no to the compass, is what I meant to say. I think we'd rather have climbing gloves than spike shoes. Spike shoes are like a close second, and bombs are also always important. What about this? I wanted both gems. The spike shoes are forward-looking. Like, we look at the spike shoes as, like, insurance on the tide pool. So I do think it's worth it. And we don't have a whole lot of money left. But the climbers, I feel like they're super nice if you don't have a jetpack. Like, cape plus climbing gloves. That's a sick setup. Now, what are we gonna do? I think you gotta, you know, take the bull by the horns. You gotta carpe diems. You gotta seize the day. Seizing the day for me means, despite it being a dark room, we want to at least get the child of the forest and say, you're welcome for the save. And then I think probably, as bizarre as it may look, I think you want to use a rope, come back here, grab the ghost pot, take it down through the black market, and then enjoy your day. Because we need to buy more stuff in the future. We probably could smash it here and buy one more thing, but I don't think it's the right play, unfortunately. I wish that it were. It's a nice little shortcut here, too. You don't see that too often. I wish that it were, but I don't want to have to deal with the ghost. Oftentimes, like, find the underside of the jungle that the black market's on to be kind of a tough exit path, but not this time. Not this time. Might have been okay, but it is what it is. Okay. So we know we got a moon challenge coming up, so it's nice to have more than enough money to be able to do that. Terrible, terrible way to approach that, but you know what? We made it. Let's do the moon challenge real quick. Leave here with a bow and arrow. You know what the bow and arrow is? It's a weapon. Actually, very nice for us. Okay, do we see it? Why do I see so well? Is it just because I got acclimated to the last floor being a dark level and now, like, a normal level looks unbelievable? Like, I feel like I cranked up the gamma. I didn't, because that would be resin. By the way, with my new playthrough of Demon Souls, I'm officially declaring the era of resin over. Too long have we been gate-kept, and the gatekeeper as well, saying that, oh, the only true way to beat this in a Souls game is to do this. We're no longer doing, and by we, I mean I made this decision, but I'm no longer doing resin. 2020's hard enough as is. You know what? We got Twitch, and I mean, I'm not complaining, but we got Twitch, we got YouTube, we got family life, we got a newborn baby. If I want to use tar resin to defeat a boss in Demon Souls, I'm gonna use some tar resin. It's as simple as that. If you want to gatekeep me, so be it. I'll live with it. Or never live it down. Never gonna live you down. I don't know why that scared me so bad. Good stuff. Oh, baby. Oh, 9 HP. 9 HP. Yoink. And glunk. Okay, anything else? You know, and what would we even... you know what we want? Child of the Forest. We didn't see our Child of the Forest on this floor. You just tried to bail. Too early. Not there. Not there? There's a Child of the Forest on every floor from 2-3 onward. Sorry, from 2-1 onward. So I'm like, you must be like, yeah, you're through there. I really don't want to spend so many bombs. Two bombs is better than 3. We did use a rope, but the ropes are less precious right now. Would I do it again? Bop, bop. I would do it again. Bop, bop. Yeah. No problem. We're not going to spend 10 to get 10. But now we do need to make sure we're getting the 10. Says a heavy price. Okay, I'm glad we went back. Glad we went back. 9 HP is good stuff. Moving on. We're not throwing away bombs willy-nilly. It's not one of those sorts of runs. That may not be our Child of the Forest. Find that routinely that is not our Child of the Forest. Gotta try anyway, though. It'll show us where the Child of the Forest is. Beautiful. No. Stay away. Just there you go. If you could just get down there. Don't you come down there. Okay, you know what? Small price to pay. Not the Child of the Forest. The Child of the Forest. Bombs, please. It's okay. Ropes is still valuable. Hello.
Huh?
It's you. What? They're named like after desserts or something, right? Your banana bread. And I gotta tell you, is there a witch doctor down there? I thought I saw a witch. No. In that case, oh, there's one right there. I'm very excited about this area. We don't sweat it. We don't sweat it. Certainly, it's early enough to consider that, you know, getting the royal jelly here is, like, just good. We got another minute and a half available. The dream would be to get 2 royal jellies. Assuming you can get 2 on the same floor. We're okay. Somehow I was like... His boomerang can't reach me, but mine can reach him. You know what, buddy? You want to play that game? We can play that game all frickin' day. We got a minute left. Was this worth it? It actually could be one of the best decisions we've ever made. But we need Kali's payout to happen right here. Otherwise, we gotta go. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Kali is she's gonna lose her freaking gourd, dude. She's probably also still just 1 away from paying out regardless, so, you know, we didn't really lose anything in the process. We just would rather have the HP now instead of waiting for the next altar. In theory, I mean, it depends where the next altar shows up. Dude, I mean, we asked for a good Spelunky 2 run. Here we are with a pretty decent Spelunky 2 run. First run of the day. Mistakes were made. However, 15 HP. Very decent spot to be. Let's get out of here. So 18 bombs. That's a sore spot. Seems like a lot. Isn't really. This is a little tighter than it has to be. And ascend it. And we're going to send it. Just going to do a little bit of sending. Then we're going to come back to the other side with a send. And where are we at run-wise here? 20 minutes. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I've been up for, you know, 400 hours in a row. But it feels like this has been a 7-hour run. This already feels like a 7-hour run. Not in a bad way. And I should have taken my bow to Waddler. I still should take my bow to Waddler. I actually like the Olmec fight now. I still think it's like... It's kind of a weird anomaly, but I do like it. It's the grass block. I'm not very observant. And again, we care not for the arrow. What are we stoked about? Dude, like, the Kapala is kind of compulsory. I tried to make some wordplay work there, and it didn't work. Why is it compulsory? Because I need enough HP to get through the sun challenge. That's unfortunate. We really wanted to... We need more bombs on the left. Wow. I'm very surprised. I don't know, should we just fight this guy? Like... At least for a couple, right? Why would I do this? I'm asking myself that same question right now. You know what? I'm like, wait a minute. What if we just use the UFO to drill deeper here? Now we're talking. I didn't even consider the idea that a UFO is kind of just like a really bad but also renewable bomb. At the very least, it's going to save us several bombs just by being here. And then, of course, the best added value of all is when we turn it into a genuine bomb. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'm a little nervous. Maybe we shouldn't handle it like this at all. That's pretty much where we wanted him. Okay, I don't mind using, like... Oh, but this... He could fall in between. I know, like, apparently if you do it just right, even if he falls in between, at the last second, you can still make it through the door. I would rather, like, at this point in my life, I would rather just try to make sure we don't have to embark in that kind of tomfoolery. That's exactly what we wanted to happen. Okay, so we used a couple of bombs, but it was, again, like a very tactical way to get through that fight. I'm feeling good. Careful who you mash. Or careful how you mash, I should say. That's what a masher would say. Did you ever make mashed potatoes? Might be controversial. Actually the best form of potato. The trick is, you have to make them worse for you than French fries in order to make them the most delicious form of potato. After you've boiled the potatoes until they're fork tender enough to poke with a fork without having to put too much sauce on it, you mash them up, and then you just put oodles and oodles of sour cream and butter in there. Milk as well. We don't stock milk in our household just because nobody really likes it here. We're good. Yeah. But if you're a milk family and you got some milk around, definitely throw some of that in there too. Do it bit by bit, mix it up, take a little taste, and see how you like it. It's okay. That's why God gave you 16 HP. More HP than bombs. Just playing it very cool. As you can see, cool as a cucumber. We could just leave. But you gotta, I mean, it's a crate, you know? You gotta fish for the crate. We don't need anything else, though. We can actually just bail on it right here. Okay, and you can keep the cape when you die. I do every single time I play this on Twitch. I see chat explode and say you gotta drop the cape. It's actually, like, I completely understand why you would say that, because I thought that you had to do it as well. But you don't. You don't. So don't get yourself too concerned about it. Beautiful. We will now leave, because the tide pool, we're just here so we don't get fined. You know what I mean? We're not trying to gain too much favor here. Just trying to live our life. Excalibur, of course, is compulsory. We do need to go this way. So we're pretty much done with the tide pool. At least we've found the very necessary elements. Like the tide pool, if you have spike shoes, or I don't know if any boots will do it, but definitely if you have spike shoes, I think it may well be the easiest floor in the game. Oh no! Just kidding. Anyway. This is good. This is good. It's been very smooth. What I would say now is that if you want to survive, and we got a long way to go until this becomes relevant, but if you want to survive the sun challenge, now is the time to start farming some HP. These guys are not good for that, obviously, but if you want to survive the sun challenge, you know, you want to be at like 10 HP, maybe even a little higher. The only way you're going to get there is by having as much as possible. Because, you know, we're probably going to lose a little on this area. Not on this area, but on the turtle fight. Not turtly enough for the turtle fight? Turtle. Okay, so don't go through the fake exit. Which is the real exit, but I call it the fake exit because there's no friend of mine. You grab Excalibur. You remind yourself as your brain starts chunking out the different ways that you could pick up that ghost pot and still live. You remind yourself that it's an unnecessary piece of the puzzle. The only necessary piece of the puzzle is your own survival and Excalibur, and you got up to 6 HP because of that Monty plate. Great work. Give me a little slice of that, please. Okay. Give me a little slice. I thought I got poisoned just because I heard the bubbles. I hate the way he looks like so... He's like, hey, look at me. I'm gonna ruin your life. Great play. We're not sweating it. Oh. God, I hate him. Like, why am I even messing with him? It's a very valid question. It's because I want the blood. We can also fish for a lot of blood on the ice caves. Let's go. Okay, Monty. We're just gonna leave this here so we don't drop it. All this, by the way, might seem like overkill. But we're doing it for a good reason, right? You're like, why are you taking risks now? I would say the way I would describe this is we're taking several small risks in order to mitigate a disastrous risk if we make it to 7-1 or 7-2 or whatever floor the You know what I'm talking about. Whatever floor the sun challenge is on. Go down, please. There we go. Also, you're due to take 1 damage here. 2 would be a disappointment, but it does happen. Okay, we took 2 damage there. We're going to get 1 back from Monty. We want to farm up, okay? We want to farm up here. I know, you want the key. Everybody wants to rule the world, sweetheart. Okay, getting the bomb box there is huge. In my brain, I thought we had the jetpack. So I double tapped to jump. That ain't, or I thought I had Vlad's cape, maybe. It's not the way that works, okay? It's not the way it works. Blood. A little spiced. Didn't have to be that spiced. We also don't need Excalibur anymore. Recall. Oh, there's Waddler. If we wanted to take the bow with us now. Is there any reason you wouldn't? I mean, like, there's, I guess, the idea that you don't want to have to hold it for too long. What comes after this? Neo Babylon. Oh, we gotta hold something in Neo Babylon. Yeah, we gotta take the thing. You know what I'm talking about. We gotta take the thing with us. Why did you do this? Honestly, I'm just gonna level with you. I got overwhelmed by the conversation that I was having, and also the amount of UFOs. And I said, you know what? Life's too short. I still, embarrassingly enough, don't place a priority on going to Wet Fur. I know, it's controversial. Slash just demonstrably the wrong decision. I'm also not smashing pots because, like, getting poisoned right now would take me to another realm of anger. The anger realm. That was a great little bounce for us there. How we doing? We don't care for the idol. The odds of us requiring any more money at this point are essentially 0. We have made it to Neo Babylon, and I would consider this to be a successful run. And I gotta tell you, almost every single recent Neo Babylon run on my end has ended with me getting crushed by an elevator. So we're gonna try to avoid that on this one. In my personal opinion, I find that one of the worst ways to survive in this game is to die. What are we doing? How are we getting out of this? I'll tell you how we're freaking getting out of this. We're waiting for a UFO to come and shoot its explosive bolt into an enemy that would bounce it back at them. At which point, it will clear up the path for us to very easily make it to the next area. What? That's exactly what happened? No way, dude, because that's exactly the way I drew it up. Would you believe it? Would you believe that was the... No, okay. If you believe that, I got a bridge to sell you. That was not the plan. It's how it went down, but that wasn't the plan. Let me down this way. I'd love to get a little extra HP out of Monty. Montrick the Third. And I'm sorry about this one, brother, but... So we got issues, for the record. Lamasu! Do it, do it. Take a shot, Lamasu. I love his scream. I know it sounds very monka. Just the way that he sounds like a human being. Okay, so we haven't looked at... We didn't even tempt ourselves by looking at the Tablet of Destiny. Smiling Black Ankh. We have Smiling Black Eye. Just don't get crushed. That's all I'm asking of myself. You know that elevator's coming back down. I see it. I see it. I see it already. Smiling black Ankh. Every time. This is a good run, dude. Smiling Onyx Ankh. You're not coming down to crush me. Okay, okay. Now, honestly, the hard part's kind of over. Which I know is rife for comedic timing. Let's go. But we're very close, let's just say, to the finish line. Honestly, the hardest part of this is usually just making sure you don't get crushed. But also making sure that Killeen doesn't die for dumb reasons. So what are we doing here? This is now, this is long-term spelunking, okay? We are leaving Killeen in a safe spot because we want to farm up some HP from Monty. We're not going to take Monty to the exit, but every single bit of HP that you get here is HP that you may find yourself needing in order to successfully get through the sun challenge, which will give you the arrow that goes with your bow. We're gonna use 2 bombs there if necessary. May not be necessary. We were kind of wedged. There was some lava. There was an elevator I didn't consider. How we doing? We okay? In some ways. That's a great bomb. That was not a great bomb. That's another pretty good one. I'm going all out. Why? Because I want to take as much. What? Why? 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 Because I threw a bomb inside of your domicile. You know what? As much as I hate to admit it, that's actually like a really good reason. Oh, careful. As much as I hate to admit it, you got me on that one. So we're gonna... I don't like just killing Tiamat, you know? It's better than we usually do. But it's not moving the needle. Whatever, we hit her. We still got 6 bombs left, lots of HP. We could always whip her if necessary. Okay. Oh, all right. Not the way I saw it going down. I thought we were doing a little bit better than that. One mistake, we get killed by a glorified bodyguard in Spelunky. And we find ourselves forced to settle for the secondary prize. But you know what? It's still a really good run. That's still a really good run of Spelunky 2. There's no complaining to be had there. Put me on your spaceship and let's... Why don't you come with me, little girl, on a magic carpet ride? Thank you for the trip, guy, if that is your real name. Let's go to outer space, shall we? Donkey, 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 donkey. Oh, that's not how it goes. Do-do-do. Anyway, this is a good run. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And again, thanks for all the support on Spelunky 2. Not every run is a winner, but you know what? On every run, we're having a very fun time. And I think that's the most important thing. If you enjoyed it, please do click the like button. Thanks for your subscriptions. And I was a law-abiding king who took his first damage on 1-3, survived death once, slayed Kingu, and defeated Tiamat. See you next time.